The instruments that we are using are very similar to what your dentist uses, only they're just very, very large. We use a mirror that is about 8 times larger than what the mirror that your dentist would use. Molar extractors that we utilize to grasp the tooth, clamp onto it, and then wiggle it, and that's a highlight of some of the instruments that we use during the extraction process.
This is Nick's Wellington. I bought him as a 3-year-old. He's 19 now, and he's just an incredibly kind horse and a member of my family. Taught my daughter how to ride. Does okay at the horse shows every once in a while when he feels like it. We had his teeth floated and saw he had a little crack in a tooth. He seems to be not gaining as much weight as I'd like, and you know, I can imagine he might have a headache even though he hasn't told me. Sure, I'm a little nervous. My kids would say he's more like one of my kids than they are, but you know, I want it to go well and I don't want him to be in pain. I'm now a horse trainer and I work with a lot of clients. The vets can be so important in helping, you know, the owners diagnose what's really bothering the horse.
So Vanessa, today what we'll do, since it's been a little bit of time since we kind of worked it up, we'll get him prepared for surgery, which will be a nerve block, okay? And we'll clean out his mouth nicely and get him so that he's very comfortable. You ready, Bubba? Now we'll get in here and see what's going on. There.
You found it?
I'm just touching the fractured tooth,
Yeah.
and he doesn't like it.
Yeah. I wanted to check it the other day and I'm like, you know what, I'm not sticking my hand all the way up there.
You want to see the fracture?
Sure. Well, I'm not sure, but I think so.
You can see with the mirror how there's 2 pieces to that tooth. This is a normal healthy tooth with no place in the middle of it for food to get, where this one does. So we'll probably have to try to cut the tooth into a smaller piece and then bring it out that way. Vanessa, let's look at your x-ray.
Sure.
That is the abscess.
Okay, so that's like a little infection.
Yeah, so food, bacteria, everything is packing up around
Badness.
that tooth, and your sinus sits right here above that tooth.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right. Welly, I'm saying goodbye now. I'm going to say goodbye now, folks. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
I'm not going to watch because that wouldn't be helpful.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
Thanks. I love that horse like he's another one of my kids. You think about with the horses, all the stuff we do to them and how patient they are with us. You know, and the fact that, you know, they give us so much. To get you reconnected to nature, they're, you know, so honest. They've got, you know, this amazing spirit and power. So they're really fun and they're fun to ride. Can be a little dangerous too. So there's a little adventure in the whole thing.
This is where the phrase, "it's like extracting teeth," was coined. The other teeth surrounding this tooth that's fractured, they've tightened or closed the gap. And so I'm cutting this tooth smaller so that I can make space to get it out. We're basically doing very fine jewelry kind of work, and we also want to be very safe for them. So we have to use something that will grind the hardest tissue in the body, which is enamel, and not cut the soft tissues. So that's a diamond disc with water irrigation spinning at a high speed. Let's pull him ahead just a little bit. So you can see how loose that fragment is now. Here's successful delivery of half of a rotten tooth. There we go. The bottom line of what we did for this horse is the dark area that you see in the middle of the tooth was the decayed portion of the tooth. It was interesting when we started to wiggle the pieces, there was pus running out of that abscess.
That little smell I was getting.
Yeah. We're plugging the vacated alveolus, or where the tooth used to be. No, and it, you know, he had a loose, wiggly tooth that was rotten and festering in there up until this point, so he's going to feel better than he did.
Yeah. We've got a tooth out today. Who knew that could be so exciting? But my horse is going to feel better, and that's what matters.
Come on. Get up. I truly love horses. I love working on them. I love figuring it out. I like the investigative portion of dentistry and coming up for an answer. A couple of the clients were in tears today, worried about what this was going to be, and they've heard horror stories. It's a wonderful feeling to watch them go home happy, the clients relieved. It's just wonderful to do the work for them, have it go well, and be back on the road the next day.